Hello YouTube. It is I, the Arctic Pipe again. Enjoying a lovely Thursday evening smoke with my log poker. Got a new background. The log pile, so I have the log poker with the log pile. And today, I decided to smoke a new blend. So in my log poker, I have Pike's Place. I finally got the opportunity to open a new tin. Again, it's been cellaring for somewhat of a time. As you all know, I've been smoking the nightcap recently, and as I saw in my last video, it was the last of it, so I was able to branch out, try a new blend, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I decided to film on my Nikon 3200 instead of my iPhone, because I've been having issues with my iPhone shutting off on me. So I had an issue. This is actually for some reason I always have these technical issues. Even my Nikon that I'm shooting with, it shut off on me like 20 minutes into the video. So this is my second time trying to do a video, so hopefully it goes well. And hopefully it continues to film. I think one of my issues was the SD card was getting too full, because I had over like 100 and some photos that I've taken, but I dumped them all into my PC. And of course delayed the last video, so there should be enough room to film a full video on this SD card. Let's cross our fingers. But this is my first time trying the Pike's Place. It's really delicious, very mellow blend. It's definitely a change from the normal English blends I've been enjoying. I paired it with some orange Fanta, which I found out that, orange is definitely a great pairing with the tobacco flavor. So if you have like, with your pipe, and say like either eating an orange or drinking an orange soda, I found that's a pretty good pairing, especially with the Pike's Place. Highly recommend it. I really love this pipe. It was made by Eric over at Crow Pipes. You can find his shop on Etsy. Again, it's Crow Pipes. Highly recommend him. I have 2 pipes made by him. He's a great pipe carver, a great pipe artist. And just wonderful smokes. So I guess my topic today, which I was trying to get to in my last video, was how do you do your tobacco rotations? Like, I know for me, they've noticed, I smoke the same blend over and over again. The reason why is because with someone like me who doesn't have a lot of money, I have to buy kind of in bulk ahead of time, so I buy like a variety of tints. I have a variety of different flavors, but I don't want to open them up at the same time. So usually I would open up one tin and smoke it through. So say it's like a 2-ounce tin, or around 2 ounces. And I open it up and I put it in a mason jar and I smoke it down. And not until I'm done with it, then I open up the next tin. Now the exception to that rule is that I usually have two different blends. Usually have an aromatic opened and a non-aromatic. Oh, excuse me. And the reason for that is that a lot of times I like enjoying aromatics really early in the morning, really late at night, say like before breakfast or after dinner, say especially early in the morning with a cup of coffee. Usually the aromatics I like are kind of like the chocolatey coffee kind of blends. I'm not a big fan of fruit blends. I've tried fruit blends before. I can't do it. I've tried like peach, apricot, cherry. Never trying cherry again. I'm sure there might be a good cherry out there, but I've tried two different types of cherry blends and just hated them. And also, almost kind of ruined my pipes. But I did, I cleaned them out in the inside with the salt and alcohol treatment, and it cleaned all the flavors out. But oh geez, especially that Captain Black cherry, I can't stand it. I can see how some people can get turned off by aromatics, but there are some great aromatics out there, definitely. They could find, but I usually like having more of the malty, um, somewhat bittersweet kind of flavors. As you would get in like, say, a chocolate or coffee blend. Like sweet, but not too sweet. Usually kind of like a dark chocolate kind of flavor tones I really enjoy. So I have those. Obviously, I really like my English blends, so I usually get a bunch of. I tried a bunch of different English blends. Um, but usually I smoke about the same thing. So I'm kind of interested to see. I know there's some people who may smoke like, be like me, or maybe even not like me, but like say smoke. You just have like your one bulk blend. They get like a pound of, and then you smoke that through until you have like your next order. And then there's some people who have like multiple different pipes, and they smoke maybe 3 different types of tobacco blends in a day with like 3 different types of pipes, you know, all day, every day. More of kind of like a sampler kind of thing. I like doing some of that. Sometimes I'll like try different blends, but usually I'm kind of experimental for a while, and then I find out what I like, and then I just kind of continuously order that. So I'm kind of curious on what are you like? 'Cause I know every single person's different here in the YTPC. So are you the kind of person who tries all sorts of different blends? Everything on the market you're willing to try, and that you have tried. Maybe you have like 5 different blends open at once, so you kind of pick through whatever you may like. Like I have a couple different variety of blends, but I just don't get to them until I'm done with the first blend. So I'm the kind of person who I open one blend and I smoke it all the way through, and then I go to the next one. And I smoke that all the way through, then go to the next one, on and on and on. So I'm pretty curious on what you like doing. Are you the kind of person who smokes the same thing every day um, for years and years? Oh, I've been smoking this blend, for 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. Or are you the kind of person, oh, that looks cool, I'll try that, I'll try that, I'll try that. I'll smoke a bowl of this, and then, later in the day I'll try this, and I'll try this, I'll try this. So what is your pipe tobacco rotation like? Also, what is your pipe rotation like? Mine is completely unorganized. I have, I believe, 8 pipes currently. Um, I never smoke the same pipe. Well, okay, I'll take that back. Once in a while, I'll smoke the same pipe throughout the day, but usually, on the average day, I only smoke once a day, so it's not really an issue. So I'll smoke a different pipe every day, and usually I'll rest for 1 week then. And of course, there's always the argument, how long should you let your pipe sit? Um, 1 day, should it sit 2 days, should it sit 1 week? I think the average consensus is, again, if you can afford it, at least have 7 pipes, 1 pipe for each day. So then it sits for 1 week. But then again, then there's the people who like, oh, this pipe's only a particular blend can go in here. And I kind of have that rule. Usually with my pokers like these, I tend to smoke my non-aromatic English blends, but I've kind of come to the point where there may be some ghosting going on, but I do not notice it unless if it's a cross between aromatic and non-aromatic. So I do have my non-aromatic pipes and my aromatic pipes. So that's kind of how I justify it. I have my pipes that I smoke only aromatics in, and I have my pipes that only smoke non-aromatics in. And then I have my little clay pipe. And clay pipes, you can smoke whatever you want in them. I'm not gonna say that, but my clay pipe I smoke aromatics in. I smoke non-aromatics in it, and it only needs like a couple hours of resting time just to cool off. Absolutely no ghosting, and that's kind of the point of having clay pipes, is having that non-ghosting component, unlike briar pipes do. And corn cobs as well, but it's not as noticeable. I have a corn cob that I commonly smoke as well. Which I've smoked aromatic and non-aromatic out of the corn cob, which I haven't really noticed a difference. But I don't know, maybe my flavor profile is just not sophisticated enough, to pick out the little nits and bits, but, I really don't care too much about the high details, as long as I get the flavors, that's what counts. So, what's your tobacco rotation like? What's your pipe rotation all like? I'm really unorganized and unsophisticated, and that works for me. Like, that is perfectly fine with me. It may not work for you, may not work for someone else, but it definitely works for me. I haven't had any issues. I've been a pipe smoker for 5 years. Never came across an issue. I mean, even back when I started, I only had 1 to 2 pipes. And I smoked multiple different things out of them. So, I would highly recommend, if you are a new pipe smoker, to get a cheaper clay pipe. Not a meerschaum pipe. I don't even own a meerschaum pipe. That's the high quality grade meerschaum, which is a special kind of clay found in Turkey, which is the creme de la creme. The top. Obviously, if you want the best quality smoke, it's out of a meerschaum pipe. Which, a couple reasons why I don't own one. Number one, they are super expensive. Number two, they're very fragile. You have to be very careful with them. Usually, I like kind of a nice, hardy, working man's pipe, which I don't have to worry about too much. And even a lot of these stubby pokers with a flat bottom. I love the flat bottom. You don't even need a pipe stand for it. It just sits down on your desk or whatever. So that's kind of what I like. I'm kind of interested in actually saving up some money for like a nice, fancy church warden. I have one church warden, which I have smoked in my earlier videos. I don't smoke it very much. It's like the Gandalf pipe from Luna Pipes. It's really long. Cherry wood, not cherry wood. It's a briar pipe, but with a cherry finish. That's a nice little like piece for the hearth or whatever, you know. It's kind of more of a decoratory kind of pipe. It definitely smokes well, but my issue is cleaning it because it's so long. You have to get those really super long pipe cleaners, and it's just a pain. So I usually try to stay away from smoking it. So I want to get more like your average sized church warden. Maybe a new pipe stand. But I don't know. Those are some of my thoughts. Please comment below or do a VR. Actually, it would be very cool if you could do a VR to this video and talk about, you know, what kind of pipe smoker you are, you know, by, you know, what type of blends do you commonly smoke, what's your rotation like, and also same thing with your pipes, what kind of pipes do you really enjoy, and what's your rotation like for your pipe. So that's my assignment for all of you in the YTPC this week. Please comment and make VRs, and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you. Bye.